And I have a very good feeling about your guys, your company. I've been in the business, never wanted to get into the
Marketing.
SEO, marketing, all that stuff. Never wanted to, but I had experience with different people. I had years ago, I had 8 years, 9 years, I had a company in far away from here. I don't want to say what, far away from here, that they were charging very little money, and you get very little progress because if you pay little, you get little. And then I lost the whole. I told you I had 8, 9 years of work that we put into the website and the Google Map and everything, and all of a sudden everything just crashed, and I lost a lot of. I used to get a lot of phone calls, just like random people would call because they see the reviews, they see the years, they see the experience, and I was ranking very high just naturally like that without putting a lot of effort because I had the secretary and I had the company that was handling it, and slowly, I never was in a hurry to do anything. But it took a very long time to build to where I was, and all of a sudden to lose it, it's not fun. Now I hired a different company, which was not cheap. They're not cheap, but they were. I had the companies before that they promise you, but you spend a few months into it and you see nothing happen.
You realize they're not even working on it.
They're just charging you money. and I had recently, I was working with another company. They're cheap. They're not $100 a month, but they were not expensive. And they were working. I don't know what they were doing because I didn't see a lot of changes. And every time I talk to the guy, I'm like, I don't see really, nothing is happening. And he's telling me, Los Angeles is a very tough market. I know the market in Los Angeles. So I started doing my own research. That's actually how I ran into you. I was looking on YouTube, and I started listening to what people say, and I started doing my own campaign here, there, experimenting, and pay-per-click, and I just started playing around with keywords and started to understand. And the minute I understand, I knew that I didn't understand anything. And
especially Google PPC, when you start to understand, you're like, oh shoot, this is complicated.
Exactly. So I was like,
really
you know
hard.
what? When I got into that, I was like, you know what? This is not something I want to do. I don't I'm not afraid of learning things, and I'm not afraid of experimenting. And there's only so much you can do. And like I thought about it, I was like, you know what? When I go to my customers, I'm not the cheapest contractor to work with. You do cheap, you get cheap, and you're not the cheapest company. You deliver. You can use somebody cheap and get very little result. You can get somebody that's just a little bit more and get zero results. I mean, when you said I'm going to start seeing results in 2-3 months, I'm like, okay, he doesn't know Los Angeles. It's good that you're hoping that we're gonna, but let's see, because I've seen how people do. But I started seeing changes like after months. I mean, it takes a few months, like 4-8 months, just to see a little bit of a change. But all of a sudden, I'm like moving, and like what? It's like 4 months, close to my house. I was ranking like 23. After 2 months, I'm up to like 17, 16. That's a big jump in a couple of months here in Los Angeles. I don't know how it is in Arizona, but here in Los Angeles is the big jump. And then all of a sudden, remember you like 2-3 weeks ago, I was like, wow, we moved here in this area. We moved to like 7 in the metal, 7 in some words, 7. On different time of the day. I'm checking it, so I'm obsessed with it. I love to see the progress, to see that things are moving and then we're moving up. I think that you're going to be able to do that. I didn't want to tell you that because I didn't want you to lose the excitement. I didn't want to say that you're motivated. But I'm like, this guy's optimistic. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. But I was like, wow. I was telling you, wow, look, we moved up. We're 7. And I sent you a message for that. And I even thanked the crew for that.
Magnet Marketing SEO. Experts in digital marketing solutions.